CO, it's the native dev here again, and in the last video we looked at this git status command, and if you remember, it tells us what has changed, specifically what file has changed here. So in this video we're going to learn how do we figure out what has changed within this file. One of the biggest mistakes, well, the easiest mistakes where most of the problems come from with Git is just committing the wrong thing. Committing is when you save your work, and we'll talk about that later. But sometimes you can save the wrong file, so you did work in a file that you didn't mean to save, or sometimes that means that you are missing some work. And this command, this git status and then this git diff that we're going to talk about now, are the two commands that can help us avoid those problems. And so I'm going to type that in, git diff, D-I-F-F, and let's see, because in the last video we changed test file, so now let's figure out what in test file has changed. Okay, so now we can see that we removed lines and added lines. That's what the minus means, removed, plus means added to test file. And here we can see what those changes were. So everything here in red with the minus is what we removed, and everything here in green with the plus, sorry, I know there's a lot of green, but specifically these ones with the plus sign are the ones that we added. And now you might be thinking, that doesn't really make sense. You might be thinking, but we didn't add hello test file, and we didn't remove hello test file, that was already there. The only thing that we added was the period. Well, you're right, but the way that this works is it is line by line. So basically Git is saying this line is new, and this line doesn't exist anymore because this line now has a period. And to demonstrate that a little bit more, let's go ahead and open this up again, and I'm just going to remove the period this time and save again, and we'll see that the git diff is going to ignore that now. Again, from the last video, if I just push the up arrow, it'll do the last command, and I can hit return on git diff. And now you can see it's saying nothing changed here on hello test file. There's not a plus here. I know it's green, but there's no plus sign here, but there is a plus sign on the empty line, and then on this we added this locally. How cool. Okay, so now with that combination, again, let's go through git status. Tells us what changed, we can see what file, and then git diff is how you're going to know how it changed, how that file has changed. And you're going to see what was removed and what was added to that file. In the next video, we'll talk about how we can save this work once we are in a spot where we're saying, yes, this is how I want it to be.